It's time for Tiger Talk with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby live on the Neville Tiger Network. Tiger Talk's presented by Parker Alexander Law, Family Solutions, Go Family Health, Sonic on North 18th, Tenori's on Louisville, Martinez Chiropractic, James Machine Works, Mama DeLuca's Pizza, Origin Bank, David's Mobile Detail, Nuke's Eatery, 3B Equipment Rental, Neela Title Company, The Levy Grill, Liz McQueen, John Ray Realty, and Jeffrey Angelone. Now, let's head to Melvin's Restaurant as we catch up with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby.
All right, welcome into week 3 of Tiger Talk here live from Melvin's Restaurant here on Oliver Road in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm Stewart Shelby, and sitting to my right is Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill. And Coach Tannehill, once again, congrats on the win last Friday night versus the Ouachita Lions, 28-6.
Thank you. It was a well-fought ball game by both sides, and I thought our Tigers played really good in the third quarter and put it away as the. Excuse me, I'll get this right here in a minute. Tigers put it away in the at the very beginning of the fourth quarter, and it was a well-fought win, and I was proud of our guys. Definitely
Should be. I mean, another
5A opponent.
Well, that's right, a 5A opponent. And then you had I was just really talking about the crowds.
Oh,
I mean,
wow, yeah.
The first 2 games of the year have been just wonderful crowds. People are just trying to get back out and watch football, I believe.
Well, I tell you, our football kids just love that our student body's coming out. I mean,
yeah.
Coach Rankins did a deal last week where they could all get in and for a cheap price, and they showed up in numbers, and it helps a lot when you have a good crowd in the end zone cheer for you. And then Ouachita brought a good crowd of fans too, and so it was a good 2 good weeks of playoff atmosphere. I'm gonna spit all this out in a minute.
Yeah,
but 2 good weeks of playoff type atmospheres, and it was fun to watch our guys play.
Definitely was, and another just great job overall by your defense, only allowing the 1 touchdown. The point after hit the uprights, so that's how they got to the 6, and then 4 more touchdowns from AJ.
Oh, yeah. That's 7 in the
first 2 games. Yeah,
first 2 games. That's a credit to our offensive line.
Yes,
they've done an outstanding job. We'll have Will on here in a minute and let him talk a little bit. But we're gelling on the offensive side of the football. It takes a little while to get going sometimes, but anytime you hand it to AJ, it's pretty exciting to watch. And Ouachita made it hard on us in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
In the second half, we worked some stuff out at halftime and got some running lanes for him to get loose in, and he did a great job of doing that.
You go up against Ouachita, some familiar faces on that sideline, some guys that not only coached at Neville but also has coached against Neville for many, many years at different places.
Oh, yeah.
So very familiar with each other as staffs, and it looked like y'all were kind of going back and forth there early on, and then pretty much took over. Defense just allowing like I said, 6 points there and really giving your offense opportunities. Y'all had great field position for most of the game. And
we sputtered early. We got the ball in the red zone a few times and sputtered and got a field goal blocked. But, again, we worked it all out at halftime, and I felt like, the third quarter we got the ball in good field position again and punched it in a time or 2. And then I think we scored again right there at the beginning of the fourth quarter and kind of put it away after that. But, I was proud of the effort. I mean, anytime you play Ouachita or Ruston, it's well-coached teams, they're physical teams. All those things come into play. You're not just going to walk in there and score 50 on anybody. It just doesn't work that way unless you're just having a hot night and they're having an off night. So, but, proud of our guys the way they fought. I thought they, showed some grit there in the third quarter, came out and really put the game away.
Folks, if you're watching us here live on Neville Tiger Network, we're on YouTube. We're on our NevilleTigerNetwork.com, Facebook Live, also on Twitter. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at Neville Network, at Neville Network. If you ask questions, we may get it on the air if we have time. Hashtag Tiger Talk. If you do throw hashtag Tiger Talk, if you got a question for either myself or Coach Tannehill. We'll see what happens, and be nice. Be nice, everybody. But, Coach, get back here. You love all this technology, right?
Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing. I got a headset on.
But we're getting back to Ouachita. We do have a few clips here from the Ouachita game. First off, we talked about the defense. Here's a 3rd and 4th down play here.
It's a big play right at midfield. Jose comes off the edge there, and I tell you, Matthew Files-White and Anichi both had a big night the other night on defense.
And here's the 4th down play. They got down around the 45. They needed a couple and just didn't get it.
Well, Trajan Hannon scraped off well there, but that was because Kendall January was doing a great job of fighting his block off and kept him off the linebacker, and he went right on through B-gap, made the play for a loss, and gave us the football. I believe we went down and scored right after that.
Well, on that next drive, we talked a lot about your offensive line, and it's good to see Lance Hurd getting going. And here's a big block as he pulls around and makes a block to spring A.J. right here.
You'll see right here he gets on 7, and then all of a sudden he drives him out of there, and A.J. gets loose. That's a great job blocking down by Will and Kane, and they come back in, and Derek Harris kicked him out, and Hurd wiped the rest of them up.
He definitely did. And then here's a 4th down. Later on this drive, I believe y'all face a 4th and short here, and a nice little play action pass, Aaron Jackson on the slant.
Oh, yeah. This is a play we've been working on. It's an RPO play that we've been doing a lot with, and, Aaron's got really good hands, and Brett found a seam in there and hit him with it off the read. So, we've had a lot of 4th downs here lately, and, we've converted on the long ones, and the other night we got a few short ones that really helped the whole offensive game plan.
Yeah, your 4th down efficiency rating is getting up there.
We're getting better.
You're getting better.
I don't like 4th downs. I like to stay away from them.
That's a stat that's a dubious win right there. You get that, and then we talked about Hinton Roberts and the other guys on defense, and he seems to pop in our conversation every week, and rightfully so. But here's Hinton with a big fumble recovery on that next Ouachita
big
drive.
Hit right here at the mesh. I believe that was Dubose coming off a corner blitz, and the mesh on the veer between the quarterback and the running back pops it out, and, of course, Hinton's right there to scoop it up.
And then another, I believe, Trajan and Hinton came. You see this little they stretched it out, and then both of them finished that play.
That's Griffin McGee stretching it out there, and then Trajan and Hinton both cleaning it up. I thought they both did a great job. Trajan played much better this week on scraping to the ball, and, of course, Hinton, he's always done a good job scraping to the ball and getting out there. But Trajan improved a lot this week, and that's good for us. And I felt like Griffin and Jalen Blackston both had a good night the other night on the outside.
It definitely did. And, kind of a name we hadn't talked too much about, but starting to get a little bit more playing time is Isaiah Brown, and he got in on a fumble recovery right here on this play.
Yeah. Good job by Zay there, taking the kick-out block, and had a fumble recovery in the backfield. Of course, you see Fives-White laying right next to him, too. They both had a good night.
It definitely did.
Fives has really come on a lot here lately, and, he didn't feel real well last week, a couple days, and then he came out Friday night and played his tail off. I don't know if it was the rest or what it was, but he had a good night the other night.
Sometimes it just goes that way. And now we did miss AJ's first touchdown, but don't worry, he had 3 more that we caught.
We'll
so here's the first of those 3, the second of AJ's touchdowns here.
Trying to wait on it, let it play a little bit. That's just the inside zone play. That's 3 give, and that's kind of made to run behind Will and Kane there. And we kick out the right side in and try to just wash everybody down on the left side, and he just runs right up the wall. And of course, our receivers did a good job of blocking there in the secondary to let him score there.
And then, you get back, after you kick off to them, you get another big tackle for loss here. I think this is Woods in there first on this one. High snap.
That's Jalen Black.
That's Jalen that got him, and Woods finished it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, D'Angelo is, he's just a he's just a junior, but, I mean, he's done a really good job. He's really explosive with his hips and his hands on his get-off, and, he beats a lot of blocks that way. Mm-hmm. That was just another fine example of the work he's done this year. He's really worked himself into a lot of reps during the ball game.
And he's had a couple of nice plays last Friday night. Here's AJ's third touchdown of the night. I think this one, yep.
Yep, had a little miss. We had that happen twice in there, but luckily we had a big enough hole in there where he could run in there and score anyway. But anytime we ran to the right in the second half of the night, for some reason they ran into each other. We fixed that.
We're fixing that this week. just putting that out there.
Yeah. So
this fix,
and I hope we fixed the snaps. The other night, I don't know if we're about to show that one.
Well, yeah. I think this was
okay. Landon had some.
What's the next one? I can't read Will's writing. No, this is Briard and Nabnet's kick right here, and this I really wanted to put this in there just to show the improvement that Briard I thought has made. He got his first touchback of the year.
Yeah, all of our kickers have done a lot of improving. We spent a little more time with him here lately, and he's got a couple touchbacks in the first two games, and he's kicked some good balls. On the field goals and extra points. We had one block the other night, but they timed it up perfect. But, he's been kicking well, and so has Chandler Pellis. He's been punting the ball really good.
He definitely has. I've seen him improve from what Jamboree to now. It's like night and day.
Oh, yeah.
Good for that.
Extra
I'm
work
sure he had
put in.
A little encouragement there to punt the football a little bit better. Okay, a couple more highlights from Friday night. Here's a tough run. I like this from Brett Batterford. This one actually got called back. It was kind of a phantom hold somewhere. But
I never found that hole. But it's a good hard run there. We ran an old counter play, and he runs right behind Big Herd pulling there, and we get about 15 yards on that play. That's one of our base plays that he's been running for the last 3 or 4 years, so he's pretty good at that one.
Pretty good at that one. And then finally, this is caps off your scoring. This is AJ's last touchdown run. This was after he got down to the one. This was right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And
same play, three give.
And he caps it off, and he has the 4 fingers up because he scored four times.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it wasn't easy.
Fingers.
I didn't realize he had that many yards, but it wasn't. It's just easy night. He didn't have any long runs really. I mean, he had a couple good ones, but no real long ones. But we just grinded it out, especially there in the third quarter. We just pounded the football all the way till we got a 3-touchdown lead to start the fourth quarter. So I was proud of them.
They did well. We're going to get to those players of the week here to probably start off your last segment there, but we are going to talk to a couple of them. Will Campbell and Maurion Eleam were the Origin Bank players of the week. Consequently, they some of y'all's players of the week for the varsity there, but we'll get more into that. But we're going to talk to them after this break. We'll talk to Will for a segment and then Maurion for a segment. And Coach Burch, Taylor Burch, offensive coordinator, is here. He just walked in. He'll be with us for the third segment, and then we'll get back to talk about the Jena Giants, who are now coming to Monroe, to Bill Ruppel Stadium. We'll talk about that.
We'll get all that ticket information to you and everything over the live here in just a little bit.
Yeah, stay tuned for all that. We're going to have it all handled. Don't worry. Everybody settle down. We got it. It's not the first football game we've played at Bill Ruppel Stadium. So, but it's going to be a tight window. They're going to get everything going. So stay tuned for more Tiger Talk. We'll come back with offensive lineman Will Campbell right after this break.
Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
You told me one click.
You told me one call.
You told me you'll get it done.
I called.
But never got you.
Instead, I was handed off to someone else.
In fact, I never even met you.
Are you even for real?
Don't be misled. If you've been injured, you deserve to meet with the actual attorney you saw on TV.
At Parker Alexander, you'll meet with me.
Or me.
We'll fight to get the money you deserve.
Remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you, and that's for real.
Come by Melvyn's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvyn's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvyn's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvyn's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, welcome back into Tiger Talk live here at Melvyn's Restaurant on Oliver Road in Monroe. As you can see, to my right now is offensive lineman number 66, Will Campbell, one of the offensive player of the week this week for Neville. Also, the Origin Bank, one of the Origin Bank players of the week. So congratulations. The honors continue to roll in for you. Well deserved.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for taking the time to come talk to us here. And, you know, I've kind of asked everybody coming through here, you know, is you normally don't get to talk on Tiger Talk till you're a senior, outside of a few deals. But you come into your senior year after having a shortened junior year. You got your recruiting and everything kind of out of the way, with you made your announcement early and everything going, committed to LSU. We're not – but now your senior year, you get to maybe enjoy the ride, I guess you could say. And now talk about that. I mean, wanting to get that out of the way and really just focus on your team there in 2021.
Well, the guys at Neville, that's always been my number one focus. These guys, some of them I've grown up playing with since I could first start playing football, and a lot of us met up in junior high. And, I just knew for me to get it out the way would mean a lot to them because they know that I'm all focused in on just this. Mm-hmm. And, that's what I am. I want to win a state championship with these guys, and that's our main priority as a team.
Well, the way it started off, you get a Ruston team, a very good Ruston team, and win a tight one early. And conversely, that didn't go your way last year. It flips this way. And then we roll into Ouachita, so a couple of 5A teams there. We got Jena coming up this week. But out of those first 5 games, I mean, you're playing St. Thomas More, which you've got good buddies down there, including Walker Howard, the quarterback down there, and then West Monroe before you even start district. I mean, and that's no slouch of a schedule.
I mean, for sure. We know us being Neville, we're never really going to have an easy schedule, but that's what we get for being, a good program around the state. And, we just got to go into each week getting better, progressing through each week. And I feel like we did that from Ruston to Ouachita. We got better. And I think this week we got better. And, we're excited to come out and play Jena, hopefully get in the win column again.
Let's talk about your offensive line as a group. I mean, you guys have been together. A lot of you have been together for a while. You do got some new faces there. One of the faces has been kind of injured. It's trying to get back soon. We'll see him later on in the year, that being Logan. But, we had one of the highlights of Lance Hurd coming through. And I guess maybe, what is it? I mean, you're not – with Lance coming in, I believe, as a year younger than you. So, I mean, what have y'all done together to maybe help each other solidify at the things at the corners of the Neville line?
Well, without Lance, the other 4 of us, we have been playing together, on the same team since we were little. And, when Lance came in, he was a little shy at first. But now, the relationship we have, all 4 of us, all our lockers are right there next to each other. Mm-hmm. And you'd think he's been playing with us since he was 4 years old. I mean, really? We all have a tight-knit group, and that's really just with the whole team. We're a close group of guys, and, we're going to have each other's backs. Well,
you definitely showed that. Didn't give up in the first game. Kind of had some the deck was kind of stacked against y'all. Never quit. Came back, beat Ruston 27-24. Ouachita comes in. You're going up against a familiar coach, defensively, being able to prepare against you guys' offense, and we're able to work through that. A nice convincing win, 28-6. We got Jena coming up this week, but goal. We already mentioned the goal for the year. It's the goal. Seems like every year for Neville. It's state championship or bust type deal. Got to the semifinals last year before Cairncrow, which was a very good football team. The way things run out, they took y'all down. So I mean, really, that's what those goals right there. It's team goals. That's it.
I mean, I would say team goals and
individual
goals. I mean, this will be my 4th year, and I've made it to the semifinals 3 years in a row. I can definitely say all the guys. We have a chip on our shoulder, and Coach Herndon, tells us that we're not, the big dog on campus anymore. We're kind of looked at as an underdog now. Nobody's really expecting us and thinking that we're going to do anything, and it's time for us to show them that we're back and that we're going to win this thing this year.
Now, a lot of us have been watching you make some ridiculous blocks. I mean, you're well known for, playing to the whistle. We saw that last year. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but, you had a couple of guys. What a lot of people don't understand, and even me sometimes, I kind of feel because I'm kind of a little guy.
Yeah.
But if you get your first guy on the deal and then you go to a linebacker or a defensive back, you're doing your job. You're not doing anything. And that's one of the things that probably that I think made you just a very highly recruited young man coming through at this, because there is no quit in you. And going and finishing these plays is just something that – do you like getting down the field and clearing another hole, making 2 holes on a play?
Oh, yeah, sir, for sure. It's really fun, just abusing people. But, this year, I kind of gave the message to the O-line, like, if we wanted to be a dominant group, be known this year, that we're going to have to block to the whistle, all 5 of us across the front, put them in the ground. Last year we did that at times, but we didn't really do it consistently. And that's one thing, we've been talking to each other about, just playing to the whistle, being physical, nasty, and whatever you got to do to let them know that we're the more dominant group on the field.
All right. Well, you definitely have proved that in the first couple of games. I mean, your offensive line got to be proud of this stat. I mean, it's allowed AJ and your rushing attack. You rushed for over 200 yards in both your first 2 games. So that's not too shabby.
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, we are pleased with how we have been doing, but, we only got to get better. And, it helps a lot to, have a guy like AJ. He's a special back. He can make guys miss, and even whenever we do mess up, he can really kind of make up for it, because he can make somebody kind of look silly. But, it's nice having guys like that, but, we just got to keep getting better.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the year. Look forward to watching you complete your senior year here at Neville. Enjoyed watching you for the first 3, man. So congratulations on all the successes to this point, and looking forward to congratulating you on a few more as we move on through the 2021 season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. That's Will Campbell. After this break, on his defensive counterpart, Maurion Eleam, who has had a spectacular couple of games, is going to join us and talk about these first couple of games and, his goals defensively for the Tigers this year. So stay tuned right here on Tiger Talk. We'll be right back.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4444 4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, Tiger fans, welcome back to Tiger Talk. As you see, now to my right, we're joined by one of the defensive stars of the Neville football team, Maurion Eleam. And, Maurion, welcome to Tiger Talk. Glad you could join us, man.
Thank you.
Hey, look, Robert Lane and I have been sitting up in this booth for a couple of years, and, you know, the more we watch you play, the more we love your game.
Yes,
I mean, and especially this year, it's really like it's kind of your senior year. It's time to really get it going. From tackling, I mean, you tackle in space well. You're good in coverage, and it seems like every year you've gotten a little bit more aggressive. Do you feel that way, or does it being just more confidence, more reps, or how do you think you've come to that?
I feel like it's a more confident thing. You know, with me starting last year, my previous year, sophomore year, I got in a little bit, but last year, my junior year, starting, that gave me a boost of confidence, and, you know, coming in this year, I feel pretty strong about it.
Well, you can definitely tell. I mean, I saw you make some tackles for loss. You've made pass breakups. You've got a pick already, I believe. Is it 2 picks or 1 pick? Just one
yes,
pick.
Sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You should have had one last week. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
I should have.
But you ended up with a pass breakup, and with guys like you and Dubose in the back end, and it's just not just y'all two. Zay,
yes,
you know, you got Griffin back there. Sometimes you see Henry Cagle run around back there. So it seems like collectively, y'all are just a more aggressive defensive backfield.
Yes, sir. Every day we train hard and practice, work hard to get better, and individually we do certain things to make ourselves better, and when we make ourselves better, we come together as a team, and that what makes us mold together to execute everything that we got to do.
Well, you talk about being able to practice against maybe one of the best running backs in the state,
yes, sir.
And the best offensive line in the state.
Definitely.
And then, you know, you've got a lot of talent there when the ones go against the ones, so you get tested every day in practice, huh?
Yes, sir. Sometimes at the end and sometimes before to start it off to give us that momentum and that good hard push to get us started.
Just kind of get the edge for you guys.
Yes, sir, and that get everybody going. You know, that
it's a competitive thing. You know,
yes.
I mean, it is. Either y'all are teammates, but if you know you want to go best on best,
yes,
that's it can definitely create a lot of emotions and things for you moving into the game on Friday night.
Yes, sir, definitely.
So tell me this. What do you like more? Do you like coming up and stuffing a run, like sticking somebody, or do you like covering, making a pick, or what's your favorite thing to do as a defensive back?
I'm going to have to go with covering, making a pick. Well, I don't mind coming down here to make a tackle. Well,
you like making a pick?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Getting your hands on the football and then seeing what you can do with it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, you've had a few of those last year. What did you end up with last year?
5.
5.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. So I mean, definitely had a few opportunities. It's always funny. I ask some of the defensive backs I talk to. They like to come up and hit people, and some of them like to pick. So
yes, sir.
I got you. You're a slight lean to the – we'll just say you're slight lean to the pickoffs and stuff
yes,
like
sir.
that. And does it frustrate you? The first 3 games that we've played, you had to be a run stopper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, outside of that, Western Ray threw the ball, twice?
Yes, sir.
Ruston threw it 3-4 times. I think Ouachita might have thrown a couple of screens, and that was it. I mean, it's the same type of deal. I mean, and you're probably this Friday night, Jena's not going to throw it that much. So your opportunities, do you get frustrated, or do you just resolve the fact that you do like to come up and be a good run stopper?
I wouldn't say I get frustrated, but it's something that I got to do. So I'm not going to brush it off to the side. So I'm just play, come down here, and worry about teams later on down that we got to play, and just hopefully I do what I got to do then.
Yeah, I definitely. Well, it's not like you can't.
Yes,
right
sir.
There, but being able to practice and all that'd be good. But yeah, you definitely a couple of weeks you're going to get up against somebody that likes to throw the football. Before when St. Thomas More comes here in a couple of weeks. So outside of anything else you got? I mean, for your defensive guys, like what have overall as a team? What have you thought of the way you guys have played thus far in this season? What can you improve on, maybe?
Collectively, I think we played good so far. But every day we practice, I do see there's spots that we do need to improve on.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I think we got a good, strong start playing the team that we played. Big powerhouse school, so that got us going, and I think we'll be all right.
I think you're going to be all right, too.
Yes,
it's the strength of the team going right here. It's always that Neville Tiger defense, and you're a very integral part. And like I've said, I've enjoyed watching you progress as a player and enjoyed watching you this year and looking forward to some more accolades as the year progresses.
Yes,
I was talking with Will. I mean, it's the same deal. Is this state championship or bust for you guys? You ready to – you want to end this thing in the Superdome?
Yes, I definitely do, but not only me, everybody on the team do. Yeah.
Well, that's should be. That's the goal every year.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal every year. Well, Maurion, it's been great talking with you here on Tiger Talk. Glad you were able to stop by, and I look forward to watching you Friday night against Jena.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, Maurion Eleam joining us here on Tiger Talk. Always a pleasure to talk to this young man. So when we come back, the offensive coordinator for the Tigers, Taylor Burch, will join us, if I can talk right. So stay tuned right here to the Neville Tiger Network. We're live at Melvin's for Tiger Talk, as we are every Wednesday night, starting at 6:30. So if you hadn't made it here, come join us. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizza, 9, 12, or 14 inch. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Baton Rouge, Shreveport, New Orleans.
Attorneys from all over our state are flocking to our area to handle your injury case. I'm Chad Carter.
And I'm Kevin Alexander. We didn't come in from out of town to take your case.
If you've been injured, come see us at Parker Alexander. We live and work right here in Northeast Louisiana.
Remember, we don't get paid unless you get paid. So we're here to handle your case personally.
Let Tenori's own Louisville help you with your special gift needs, offering a wide variety of products to make any Tiger happy. Go visit Tenori's, located at 801 Louisville Avenue, or give them a call at 318-325-4100. That's Tenori's on Louisville. Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, Tiger fans, welcome back into Tiger Talk, and hope you enjoyed the last couple of segments with Will and Maurion, and now we get back to the coach's side. Just flip it around everywhere. Which way? You want it on the left side. You're a left side guy.
Left side guy. You'd think I'd be able to handle these things.
Yeah, you got them on all on the sidelines, but I think he's good. You see Taylor Burch, the Neville offensive coordinator, here to my right. So, Taylor, it's not your first time on the Tiger Talk. You've been around the block a few times here on both of these, both the radio and last year. But let's talk about your offense this year. I mean, you've got maybe one of the most dynamic backs in the state. Y'all averaging what? Like, what was it? Was it a couple hundred yards? rushing?
Looking at it, we've got
you got the stats right there.
We've got 423 in 2 games, so around 211 per game.
Yeah, as you see me, hey,
overall,
I'm trying to get in there.
Averaging around 200 so far. It's off to a good start.
It's not a bad start at all, as you get through there, but I don't know. As far as that, I mean, you've come up against a Ruston team that was just a heck of a football. I mean, they came down. That's a big group. Talk about coming off of last year, and then over the spring and summer, shaking through that COVID deal. It seems to me that some of those seniors, you getting these guys going. I mean, how much do you think that shortened season last year, and kind of like the lack of spring and some of, especially for some of those juniors last year that are even senior, or even some of the sophomores to juniors, has affected maybe just not just the offense. I'm talking about overall for the Tigers. And do you think that is something that's maybe been a struggle for everybody?
Affects the player-wise. From day one of summer workouts affects their hunger. And, you talk about the younger guys, the guys that as freshmen and JV players last year, didn't get much time to go play on Monday nights and time during the week because we spent, delayed time and then getting ready for what, week to week what was going to happen last year. And so finally there's a little more normalcy this year, and we're back to a normal schedule on the week. I say that on a week that on a Wednesday today we decided that we're going to play at home instead of away. But, it's so much easier to do it this year on a week like this when it was week in and week out last year. We feel like we've all been there from an organization standpoint. But the kids, man, you just from day one of summer, you see their hunger. You see, it's a big senior class. It's a talented senior class, not only with numbers, but a bunch of those seniors are starters. And it's just you see it in their work ethic day in and day out, and it's been that way since the start of the summer. It's a great, not only senior-heavy team, but senior leadership team. They've taken the reins of it. It allows you as a coach to step back a little bit sometimes because they've stepped up and taken control of some things and do a good job with it. And, man, like I told you, or like I told Jason after the game Friday night when he came and talked to me, that it's so nice to see those kids just play for each other, man. They're so tight. They're so tight-knit that it's special when you get a group like that just wants to sell out every play, every drive, every Friday night for the guy next to them, and they've accepted that challenge and kind of put it on themselves to let that be their mantra, and they've done a really good job with it and continue to.
Will kind of echoed that sentiment throughout our interview earlier in the show, talking about he's been with those offensive line outside of Lance, who came in, but he said, as the further he gets in the season, the more Lance gets into the fray, that they're all buying in.
Absolutely.
He's been those guys have been playing with each other for not just 4 years in high school. A lot of they've been playing with each other for a long time and know a lot about each other, and playing for each other is a integral part of putting together a championship type scenario.
Absolutely, and that group up front, man, it's interesting to be able to see, that aspect of these guys that have been together their whole lives since grade Y football come up, and as an O-line group especially, and then see this guy from a rival school get thrown in the mix with that group. And, as a coach, you have your expectations of not only who this new huge kid is and how can he help us, but how's he going to mesh with the group? How's he going to mesh with this group that's developed a bond and played together for so long? And Lance has, not only done a great job on the field individually, but it's been really nice to see him fit in with this group. And
it's a hard-working group, too.
Absolutely, it is. And he's jumped right in, and, from the summer, you just saw his work ethic, and it was a pleasure to see his work ethic be what it is, obviously. And, him being another twin tower over there on the other end of the offensive line, is nice. I was actually thinking about it today walking the track that I'm going to miss getting off a bus with those two, in one of our uniforms next year. But we're going to enjoy them while we have them, and keep toting the peel behind them. But, man, they're doing a good job, and Lance has been a great addition. But, Will, Kane, Landon up front, Smitty, who's been down so far since preseason, and Derek Harris, another senior, has done a phenomenal job stepping into that role, coming in as a defensive lineman, has done a great job these first 2 games. And we don't even notice that it's somebody different in there. He's a senior that wants to be on the field and found his way. And,
put in the work. I mean, he's put in the work.
Absolutely. And he's put it in for 4 years, and now finally, as a senior defensive lineman, wasn't quite in that starting rotation. And so, hey, we've seen your work. We'll find a spot, somewhere. You've earned that trust from, every coach, not just the defensive coaches. So, hey, you're the next guy for us. Come on in. And he's done a great job with that. He's accepted it, and you see that hunger in him too every day. He's enjoying it.
It is. It's been a joy watching those guys play. And let's talk about the edge a little bit. You've got a couple of new faces there on the outside on your receivers deal. I mean,
all new faces.
All new faces. Yeah, there's a lot of new faces.
Yes, indeed.
But with Menzina, Aaron Jackson, and Gibson. Gibson's the only one that was here last year.
Not only new faces from playing time wise, but new faces on campus.
That's right.
And Aaron and Brady. And again, they've stepped in and meshed in with this group, and they busted every day. And it's good to see their work ethic come in from other schools and just jump right in and take a week or two to figure out how we do things. And they've done a good job of fitting in with it. And they both of those newcomers have great work ethic, and they've found their way into a starting role. And then Jaden's over at Z. He has been here, born and bred Neville Tiger, and since he's been with us as a freshman. I say born and bred, meaning was here as a 9th grader.
Yeah, that's right.
But he does a good job. We got old Slim. We got Ben Landry.
Yeah, that's right.
Who mixes in at both outside spots, and so they're a good group. We've got senior Micaiah Dubose, who mixes in a little bit at H behind Brady and with Brady, and they it's a good group. I'm being with receivers this year is a little change up for me, but it's been fun. My first year not coaching the quarterback position, and so that transition's been great. It's been fun, and they're a great group to work with. They come in every day, no matter what happened yesterday. We're looking for a new day today, and we get back at it.
Now, speaking of quarterbacks, I mean, you have a senior quarterback who's been a starter for a couple of years now, and getting that under his belt. I've noticed Brett with a little bit, just that senior, kind of a senior presence. I mean, you see him. We had a run earlier in one of the highlights. It was one that got called back, unfortunately, but you can see that extra little bit of determination.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you play that quarterback position, as you know, I mean, talk about a lot of expectations on you, and being able to deal with those expectations is part of the job, and being able to do it with confidence, and then and exude that confidence to the rest of your squad. You got to be the leader out there.
Absolutely.
And Brett seems like he's getting that job done. I see the extra work that he does.
He has, and he does every day. He's had that in him since he stepped on board as a freshman, and it showed. And he was the only freshman that was with us on the varsity squad his freshman year, and he's been not only 4-year Neville Tiger like we were talking about with the receivers, but he's been a 4-year varsity Neville Tiger, and it shows every day. It shows, like you said, he got the year under his belt last year as a full year as a starter, as a junior, and like you said, he comes out there on Friday nights this year, at practice every day in the weight room, off season. It's every day he steps in the building, he's got the high shoulders, chest poked out, not of cockiness, but of I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable being the leader of this team. I'm comfortable being the guy that people are depending on to catch the snap and do smart things with the football every play, and he's comfortable with it finally. There's some growth last year of being the starter, which every quarterback goes through. And like you said, the expectations of being a Neville High School quarterback, it's there and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's not, he accepted it and he's rolled with it, and now you see that has developed into a confident Neville High School quarterback, and it's again fun
good to see. Good
fun
to see. And
yes,
then
indeed.
AJ, what else can you say? Being able to hand it to him makes life a little bit easier, and being able to run behind that line. And we talked a lot about AJ last week. He had tacked on 4 more touchdowns for you here. That's 7 total out of the 8 touchdowns you guys have scored offensively, I believe.
Let me check, make sure right here.
I think
AJ's
Gibson
got
had
5. Yeah, AJ's got 5. Jaden's got 1. And AJ's got 1 receiving too, so he's got 6 out of our 7 total.
6 out of your 7.
Yes,
oh yeah, he did have the other one because he ran he had a kickoff return.
Yes,
and
his
you don't
7th
coach,
was the kickoff
we're not going to give you credit for that because you don't coach special teams.
But and I mean, he's one that of course everybody's going to talk about and deserves it, rightfully so. But everybody's going to talk about what he does on Friday nights. But being a guy that gets to see him Monday through Thursday, for 4 years now, he's not a guy that just shows up on Friday nights, man. He busts his butt. He's one of the most hardest effort running backs that's kind of been a guy, an in the mix guy for 3 years. He earns it, man. He earns everything he does on a Friday night. He earns it Monday through Thursday, and he's not a guy that just shows up. And that work ethic has grown in him. Okay, as a freshman, he had a little bit of that. I'll say that. He could get it done on Monday nights. It didn't really take much work, but he noticed finally he started to notice that okay, Friday night guys are a little bit bigger, faster, stronger, and so I got to do that too. And he's grabbed that by the horns and rolled with it. He's a great practice. He has developed into a great practice player, and that's been real good to see too.
Well, look, Coach, we about run out of time here on our segment, but hope to speak with you later on in the year. I mean, it's a long. Sure. Hopefully, this season gets as long as we possibly can go. But before, if you don't see Coach Burch on a football field or anything like that, you can catch him in the gym. His wife's coaching volleyball.
Wife, sister,
and sister,
cousin playing. Yeah.
That's right. So he's enjoyed doing that and watching volleyball. The girls won last night.
They did. Shout out to the volleyball squad.
And they play tomorrow night at home, I believe. Ouachita.
Who do y'all play tomorrow?
Ouachita.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Ouachita.
So it is.
Tomorrow night, JV starts at 5:30. Varsity starts thereafter. Hopefully, you'll be able to see that right here on the Neville Tiger Network as well. Taylor, always good talking to you,
Stuart.
man.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. We're going to bring back Coach Tannehill and talk about these Jena Giants. We've moved the game from Jena to Bill Ruppel, so we'll talk about that, how you can get tickets, and a whole lot more when we return right here from Melvin's. This is Tiger Talk.
Hey Neville Tiger Nation, this season if you find yourself feeling a little under the weather, visit Go Family Health on North 18th Street. They cover flu shots, sports physicals, sick visits, annual visits, or if nothing is wrong, they can do your regular checkup. Go Family Health has a happy staff, clean office, and they can take care of all your family's health care needs.
This is Tiffany Terra with Go Family Health. We love our Neville Tigers, and we want to thank all of Neville Nation for always supporting Go Family Health.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
I'm Matt Dickerson, and I'm a satisfied 3B equipment rental customer. A So I called Matt because we were trying to get our plots together for dove season. He brought this equipment out to us, dropped it off, unloaded it for us, and really made the whole process very easy. I know Matt does real well in the service department, and through some other rental experiences we've had with him, the tractor that he dropped off for us was in brand new condition. Everything was in good shape. It's good to know that you can count on equipment when he drops it off. I'd highly recommend Matt Bridges and 3B Outdoors for all your equipment rental needs.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tiger Talk. Last segment here from Melvyn's Restaurant, and we enjoyed talking with Will and Maurion and Coach Burch, and we always enjoy talking with you, Coach Tannehill, coming in here. But let's talk about we had Maurion and Will, but you had some players of the week. Those two were the offensive and defensive side for the varsity right there. I don't know if we have that graphic up, but yep, as you can see that, those are Origin Bank players of the game.
And also, Matthew Files White had a, as coaches go, they were co-defensive players of the week. We had the one on the front end that played really well, and then one on the back end, Maurion, played really well too. And of course, obviously, AJ had 4 touchdowns, and our offensive line did a great job. But Will stood out the last week, grade-wise over everybody else.
And also, as we move into some of the more, you got your Bills and your Browns, right?
Bills and Browns. You guys that hadn't been watching, this is after Coach Rupel, Coach Bill Rupel and Coach Charlie Brown. Our coach, our Bills Scout Player of the Week is Amon Fuller, number 12, right there on your screen. And then our Browns Player of the Week is Truman McDowell. Both did an outstanding job this week, scout offense and scout defense for us. And, without those guys working hard every week, our first team guys wouldn't be able to get a good look at the other team. So definitely always good to have those guys working hard for us.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is. It takes that whole team. This is not just a starter effort. This is a team effort.
Yep, 85 of them.
That's right. See, to get things moving on. And let's talk about Jena. I went down to Jena Monday, checked on things, and as things we see the graphic there that it's now we were going to Jena, and
change the
plans. I mean, with the tropical storm that blew through, a lot of rain down there. They got a brand new turf field. I just want to explain to them.
Yeah, that's Coach Roark and them redid. They spent a lot of money redoing their field last year. Their parking lot for the game is basically the practice field. It's in a neighborhood, that doesn't have a lot of parking, and just a lot of money spent well on those kids and didn't want the field just to get completely saturated and ruined. And so we talked, Monday or so about the storm and how it looked coming up. And, of course, they got 2 inches of rain yesterday and got some more today. And so decided to move it up to our turf field. Hate that for those guys, but, for him, that's a pretty smart move. You've got a lot of football games left to play on that field this year, and they'll go deep in the playoffs again. So moved it up here, 7 o'clock, Bill Rupel Stadium, Friday night. Jena Giants are 2-0. Tickets will go on sale tomorrow at 11 to 2.
Yeah, let's see.
You got the.
We did have somebody. Yeah, Will wants to know. We're trying out new things here on Tiger Talk, but so they're 12 to 2.
Right
there we have the graphic for you. Definitely, we got the answers.
Yep.
So 11 to 2 tomorrow at the box office in the stadium,
and that's just for season ticket holders tomorrow.
That's right.
Be cash or check, no credit cards. He's got all that right there. If you'll take a look at that.
Yeah.
And then, all the other tickets and stuff will be sold just like regular. All the way until 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock Friday, they'll be $10 at the gate. So make sure you get them for 8. Get them early.
Yeah, get them early.
Yep.
So get out there. We're going to make it a home environment for these guys. I know that a group of guys is feeding both the teams,
right?
For
for them to come
up.
That's right. For them to come up here, we're going to feed those guys the Jena Giants after the game, their post game meal, and just try to make it feel like a home game for them. Not necessarily a home game. It's our home game. But, for those guys that are missing out having a home game, the seniors especially, we're going to take care of them as much as possible and treat them right. They're good people down there. Coach Roark, I coached him. Coach McCartney coached him when they were seniors when I was down at LaSalle. And good people, good coaches. They're bringing a good football team up here. They
were a play away from getting to the semis last year.
We listened to that at Karen Crow.
We did.
They were double overtime. They lost to LCCP.
I believe so. Had them on the ropes.
And I think they ended up finishing the state runner-up.
Yes.
So had a chance. I think they just missed an extra point or something there at the end. And
they went for 2.
That's right. They went for the win and didn't get it. But had an outstanding team last year. Got a lot of those guys back. They're big and physical. I won't say they're as big as Ruston, but they are physical. They run split back veer. If y'all watched Karen Co play last year, that's some of the same type of stuff. Another reason why we're playing these guys to get ready for some split back veer if we have to see that in the playoffs again. And defensively they run a 3-4 and they do it well. They got a nose tackle at 6 foot 350.
Big old guy.
He's a big guy, and both their DNs are pretty physical, pretty fast guys, and then they play good zone defense behind it. They play good cover 4 and cover 2 and give you some different looks. So, we'll have our hands full with them, and but it's a good group. It's a good test for our guys, and of course, we've had a good week of practice. I thought today was a really good day. Of course, the weather's been outstanding.
Yeah,
because we're just north of the rain, so.
And it's cool.
It's
cooler. The highs were in the 80s.
You get a lot more.
80s.
You get a lot more effort out of them on a Wednesday than you usually would. But we're looking forward to it. It's a good test for our guys, and just glad we're getting to play this one at home.
Yeah, going down to Jena, it's been a long time since I've been through there. I know you coached there a couple of times when you were in LaSalle. But you go through there. They got a brand new weight room, locker room. A nice facility especially for a school town that size. I mean, they're putting the investment. It's good to see they're investing in the success of that program. The Tigers and the Giants haven't faced each other since I believe like 54, 55. And
somewhere in there. It's been a while.
They've faced each other 6 times. I double-checked that with Skip, and he confirmed it. And Neville is 6-0 over Jena, but we haven't played since the 50s.
Hadn't played in this century.
That's correct. That's correct. So, we have not. It's been about 70 years since these two last tangled up on the field. So, I mean, hey, no better time than now to restart something.
Oh, yeah. And look, and they're growing. Their program is getting better and better, and they're willing to step out there and take a test, and see where they are as far as the program, and that's just hats off to them. And Coach Roark's done an outstanding job there. He took over a program that was struggling a little bit, and then they just gradually built it up, over the last 4 or 5 years, and just gone a little deeper each year in the playoffs. And he's just gradually building a really good program, and it's good to see him do that. And we're looking forward to playing them here, and it'll be another good test for our kids. A 3A team that's going to get a lot of wins this year.
Definitely going to get a lot of wins this season. So, once again, tickets on sale. If you can throw that graphic back up there. Starting tomorrow, 11 to 2 at the box office at the stadium. That's there to the left side of the stadium, the box office window. Also, during the pep rally on Friday from 7:30 to 9:15. Then you can go to Miss Carlson after that, 9:30 to 2 in Miss Carlson's office, and the general admission tickets will go on sale in Miss Carlson's office from 8 to 2:30 on Thursday as well. So your reserve seats, season ticket holders, if you want your seats this Friday night, which you should, go buy them and get there. You can do that starting at 11 o'clock from 11 to 2 tomorrow, or 7:30 to 9:15 on Friday. Coach, as we work on wrapping things up, any final thoughts from last week moving into week 3?
Well, I'm just, the one thing, we've stayed pretty healthy, just a few nicks and bruises here and there, but, just the effort in the second half of both games has really been outstanding. That's what I'm most proud of. Now we're going to try to work on putting 4 quarters together going into this week against Jena, and just get better and better each week.
Definitely keep doing that, getting better one game at a time. Also, the crowds, we keep talking about the tickets. The crowds have been great thus far. Let's keep that momentum going. And come out support these young men and these coaches for all the hard work that they've been putting effort. Long road. We're only in week 3.
Week 3.
So, Coach, thanks again for joining us. I'd like to thank Will Campbell and Maurion Eleam for joining us, as well as offensive coordinator Taylor Burch, who was with us this week. So good luck Friday night. You can watch the football game Friday night live on the Neville Tiger Network. It's any of our apps that we have, or NevilleTigerNetwork.com. Follow us at Neville Network on Twitter and Facebook. So, Coach, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We're going to close things out here from Melvin's for Brett Braddock and Will Anders that have been helping us out here. Thanks to you guys for helping us get these things going every Wednesday night. So we'll see you Friday night live from the Family Solutions broadcast booth high atop Bill Ripple Stadium. Good night, everybody.